have Chase, Nick, Allison, and Petra going to be presenting today. We are doing the Psyche app, and our sponsor is Cassie Bowman. So Psyche is the name of an asteroid and the mission to visit the asteroid. The asteroid is believed to be a protoplanet, which is a planet that is currently in the making. They say that it appears to have a surface of metal, made of metal, and the goal of visiting this protoplanet is so that we can learn more about the creation of planets, such as the Earth. It is going to launch in 2022, and it is expected to arrive in 2026. The asteroid is orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter.
Okay, Jennifer already introduced me, but my name is Allison. So the problem that we were trying to solve is basically a lot of the space programs, the public has lost interest since around July 20th, 1969. That was when the Apollo landing happened with Neil Armstrong. And since then, it's just the publicity and everything has gone down for NASA, and that's how they get their funding. I mean, they're a government organization. So the solution that we're trying to do for this is we're trying to create a news perspective on how to present information for people in this day and age. Okay, so our mission is to build an iOS app that engages the public's interest, and it provides a right amount of information for them. We want the app to be interactive, but we also want it to be really user-friendly. What we're hoping this will achieve, or we're hoping to boost publicity in NASA's projects, and we're hoping to present new innovative ideas with the app.
Okay, so we're doing the major requirements that we have to do, that have to get done, is the countdown clock in some shape or form, a timeline with the major events that are related to the launch, mission facts, which are provided to us about the mission. We need to have social media connection, meaning Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just things that NASA has set up to show information about the mission as things happen. And have a media gallery so we can show pictures and videos of things that are related to the mission. So we're also planning, and see who sits down there, we're also planning to do AR, if we can get to it, for a bonus part of the project. So here's our kind of mock-up design of the app as it stands now. We've had to do some major design revisions. So originally, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little corner bar right there. So originally we wanted to have the Psyche app icon, this icon here, which is kind of big, in the corner, but we figured out that that was not allowed. So we had to go through it and change that, and I think it looks pretty good. So instead of that, we have a icon to press. We decided that we wanted to have a welcome screen for people who are just opening the app for the first time, which is right there. And then also we originally wanted to have a toolbar like at the bottom or on the side where you could navigate to the different things in the app, but then we figured out that it was kind of clunky, so we decided to just have a sidebar where you could just press it and then it'll open up with the information and then you could navigate.
This is a use case diagram of overviewing the entire system of our app. We have the user who can view pages, and on each page there should be a nav bar that can take you to any of the other sub-pages for our app. We have the home page, view facts page, view gallery page, view timeline page, and the AR page. Within the home page there is a way to view social media posts, look at the countdown clock, and redirect to the social media sites, which are Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. In the gallery, there's a grid of thumbnails, and whenever you click on any of those thumbnails, it will maximize the image. And in the timeline, there are multiple dates that relate to the launch and Psyche mission as a whole. And whenever you click on any of those dates, it should expand and tell you more information about that date. And within the AR, there should be a way to render the model, which it fetches from a database, as well as the gallery.
Okay, so my component is going to be the mission facts, and my contributions are going to be, first I need to convert the mission facts into small pieces of information. I've already separated it into 3 categories. One of them is going to be the mission facts, which is going to be general information about the launch and things like that. I'm also going to have another category for the satellite facts, like how it was built and what components went into building it. And the last category I have is the asteroid facts. So we have some of them, what we believe it to be, things like that, but once the satellite actually goes and starts gathering information, we're hoping to add more information there. So far, we finished the final draft for our mission facts design, the component for the actual app itself. I finished sorting the facts into the 3 categories, and I finished converting the mission facts into individual pieces so that I can make a parser later to just pick up the pieces and make the individual icons and tabs and stuff. And I need to be working on the mission facts, the actual build for the entire component itself with Swift. Okay, so some of the challenges, one of them is learning Swift because I've really only used as code a little bit, and then learning a whole new language is a little bit tricky, plus we've never done mobile development before, so there's adding that factor in there. So one of the other things that I had to do was determine how I was going to divide the facts and how I wanted it to look like so that I knew how to pull the information out to build the component later. One of the hardest parts or the hardest challenges I think is for all of us are going to be to combine all the components into one app that works and flows correctly.
My job is to aggregate the social media into the app, which includes making clickable links to Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And so far I've read the APIs for all 3 of those and have experimented with fetching data from Twitter and Facebook. And some of the challenges I've had are handling possible network errors that can occur when trying to fetch data from those sites if someone may not be connected to the internet. This use case diagram shows how the app should work. So the user should be able to press an icon and it should call a function that redirects the user to one of the individual social media sites, which will send back to the.
So this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to create a timeline as well as the countdown clock. The timeline is going to be its own component on its own page. You can navigate to it from the navigation sidebar. The countdown clock is supposed to be on the home page, so that's what we're planning. So this is we're planning for it to look like right now. We only have a few timeline things to happen. We only have like 4 things that are supposed to happen, but we're hoping to get more later. So we were thinking that you could press on a certain year when something is going to happen, and then you can get more information about it after pressing it. So far, what we've done, I showed you the design. We finished the design. We figured out what we want to happen. We want the user to be able to press on a year and then see the facts, or not the facts, the things that are going to happen during that year. And then if they want to know more about that, they can click on it and be redirected to the mission facts because each timeline event should be linked to the mission facts in some way. So the other things that I've done so far is I've acclimated myself to Swift and Xcode and started doing some preliminary testing. The challenges that I've faced with that is that Swift and Xcode, I also do not have any experience with mobile app development or iOS development as well. So it's been just tough to kind of get acclimated to it. But yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Chase. So my expected contributions for this project is implementing a media gallery, and as Nick said earlier, it's going to be a thumbnail format. When you click on the images or any type of media, it's going to enlarge. If it's a video, it'll start playing. Each piece of media will have its own description, and I'll include a source as well. The skills I need to implement this is pretty much just Swift for iOS. We're doing this on the iOS platform. So the progress I've made so far is, with the help of our graphic designer, Alex, we've got a wireframe user interface pretty much set up. You can see it right over there, actually. That's what the media gallery is expected to look like. We currently have a basic application implemented with our menus that link to each page. And then one of the previous challenges actually we had is our media and how we're going to host it. That was going to be a challenge of mine, but a sponsor recently told us that they're going to be hosting the medias, so that part is pretty much taken care of. The other challenge is acclimating to Swift. This is going to be my first time using it. It's just a new technology for me.
Okay, so for my part of the project, I plan on implementing an augmented reality component that allows the user to take a downsized 3D model of the spacecraft and place it anywhere in their surrounding. The user can rotate the model, they can interact with it, view it from different perspectives, similar to how you see here in this video. And I plan on allowing the user to place the model on their table or on the floor so they can really interact with it and really see what the spacecraft looks like. And the skills that I need to accomplish this are Apple's AR kit. So for this semester, I basically created several smaller AR apps just to learn the basics of AR kit and scene kit, and I also did a lot of work with modeling to figure out how to downsize the model, because obviously the spacecraft is huge, so we can't have the user take the original model and place it in their surrounding. It has to be a downsized version of the model. So I've been doing a lot of work to figure out how can I do this in the AR kit and scene kit, and how do I make sure, especially that the app doesn't crash when the user tries to access the AR component. And I did also create a menu for the main views. You can see here on the main view of the app. I did work with the graphic designer to make sure all of the icons were present and it looks presentable as well, setting up the fonts and all that other type of stuff. So for the other parts that I worked on, I also did set up the segues, views, and source control on Git. So I also added my teammates as collaborators, and they do have access to the project as well and all of the features that I worked on here. And some challenges, obviously, I need to learn how to prevent the app from crashing when opening the AR component, because the user will have a lot of freedom when it comes to the AR component, and I need to make sure that anything the user decides to do, it works, and if there's something the user is not allowed to do, I need to make sure that the user knows about it. So there's a lot of work I need to do to make sure that the app and the AR component just work and sync together. And also I need to continue to learn ARKit to accomplish this as well. So for the timeline, going into winter break, we all plan on doing the majority of our coding during winter break, making sure that all of our components are functional. And after winter break, after doing a lot of coding, we plan on coming together as a team and making sure everybody's on the right page, everybody's contributing, everybody has their code working properly, and helping each other make sure that the app is presentable and functions well. And also we plan on implementing the graphic design features, making sure that the app is not only functional but also looks really presentable and nice, because that's also a goal of ours for the project. And after the coding and the graphic design implementation, we plan on doing some user testing. So we plan on possibly recruiting a few people from the Psyche team or people from the public to see how they like the app, what suggestions they have, and we will be taking these suggestions very seriously and making sure that we account for all of their concerns or dislikes about our app. And that's about it for our project. Thank you.